truly now know, my God, I call you. Ooh, that hand again. Look at me honestly into my eyes and tell me you were ever my friend. What a way to ever lose somebody. What if I said I knew it all along? You're a dime, a liar, lousy, no good, cheating on me, money, motherfucker, the end. I'm a fool, I'm a sucker, you're the devil undercover. Can't believe I fell for that again. You love to accuse me now, and oh my God, I hate you. I wish that we never met. You use and abuse me now, when you're the one who's guilty. I hear you talk to your friends. What a way to ever lose somebody. What if I said I knew it all along? You're a dime, a liar, lousy, no good, cheating on me, money, motherfucker, the end. I'm a fool, I'm a sucker, you're the devil undercover. Can't believe I fell for that again. Can't believe I fell for that again. at you and see what you've been through, and it's all because of me. Brother, you know you make me proud.
Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome to the head-to-head edition of Rise Wrestling. We've got the biggest names in the business right here in Columbus, Ohio, so stay with us. As we kick things off head-to-head with the other guys over on Twitch, we're bringing it to you Monday Night Rise style. And we are being joined by one of the most recent additions to the roster. This is Cody. It's real good to be back here. But you know what? I'm looking around and I'm saying to myself, what's gone wrong here? You see, there's an old saying, those who fail to plan to fail. Now, AJ Styles, you seem to be the guy who ran this thing, who got this thing kicked off. You sold a lot of people in that locker room a bill of goods that you could make this happen and make it work, but you didn't tell them about the legalities of it, did you? You didn't understand contract law. And now you've got a billion-dollar conglomerate getting ready to come down on each and every one of them, taking food from their tables. Can they go head-to-head with that kind of power? I don't know. But did you think about it? Did you tell them about it? You see, Rise is a great idea, but I feel it's poorly managed. And I think it's time, AJ Styles, that you step aside and let somebody else run it that knows how. Uh-oh. Now, we don't really know who's in charge of Rise, to be honest with you. We just got hired. It was AJ Styles that approached me, but I'm willing to bet it wasn't his bank account. Well, the fact of the matter is none of us really do have a clear understanding of who the top guy is in Rise right now, and AJ has been the front man, so a lot of what Cody says is accurate. You want to be the boss around here, huh? You think it's that simple, huh? You think that I just made all this happen by myself? Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence, but that's not the way things go. You see, Cody, I was approached. And as a professional courtesy, I'm not going to say by who. Well, you put your name front and center, and you've made everybody out here believe you're the guy. You are the man. Well, you're the man, who drove these people off a cliff, because right now their livelihoods, their houses, their families, everything they've worked for, everything they own is in jeopardy. First off, I'm one of those people, so keep that in mind when you're talking to me. And I was happy to have you come in here and join this. And you think you want to be the boss, you want to be the man? Well, it sounds like you and I got a difference of opinion on how things should be around here. Maybe we need to settle our differences of opinion the way we do it here on Rise. And that's right here, right now, tonight. You know, that's actually a pretty good idea. I like that idea. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take you up on the offer. This is a match that would main event any arena anywhere in the world, and we're going to do it right here tonight. Let's see what the other guys have. See, I'm not worried about the other guys. That's where you and I differ. See, I know what the other guys have because I've been there. Now, I know you were there, but you were there a while ago. Things had changed, and they didn't change for the better. Hell, that's the reason you left now, isn't it? They can't compete with us. They won't compete with us. And tonight we're going to prove why we are the superior product. Well, it all sounds good on paper, but just know this. Tonight, when I am done and I take you to the crossroads, I will be calling the shots from here on out. And you won't. Well, first thing you gotta do, the way I figure, is you gotta beat me. You gotta find some way to beat AJ Styles, and that is easier said than done, my friend. You can ask any of these people out here and they will tell you. But I'm always up for a good fight. You got one? Yeah, I got one. I got one, and I'm gonna be bringing it tonight. And tonight, AJ, I'm going to kick you right off that throne you've been sitting on. Better men than you have tried and failed, but if you want it, you got it. I will see you tonight right here in this ring. All right, fans, we are back, and we are going head-to-head with the other guys right now. They're over on Twitch, and they had people watching them. We're right here with the biggest fan base in the world, showing them why they are dying in the ratings. The Brian Kendrick making his way down the aisle to get in the ring against one of the top young, upcoming, hungry stars that was getting lost on the main roster. He was a heavyweight champion for all of a day. Got injured. They stole the title away from him and never brought him back at the level he was destined to be at. You're awfully quiet over there. What? Nothing's going on? No, I was just waiting for you to finish your thought. Was that it? Yeah, that was it. Well, the fact of the matter is Finn Balor is one of the top talents, and he was a heavyweight champion, and he did get buried after coming back from injury. However, here in Rise, he's going to have the opportunity. He's got one right now. Brian Kendrick is a great top-notch performer, and these two guys should be able to put on a match that would tear down the house. I have no doubt in my mind that's exactly what's going to happen when we get a look at Finn Balor. The man with multiple personalities. Well, I'll tell you what, when we see the demon come out, that is always a bad night for somebody. Balor making his way down the ring. Who do you like in this one? I've got to say I would probably lean towards Finn Balor, but it's a toss. Brian Kendrick, very, very capable. Now, fans, we are keeping an eye on things going on the other network. Don't get me wrong. We want to make sure we're bringing you the best and the best of all of it. But we'd be lying if we weren't keeping an eye on the competition just to see if there is any. All right, match underway right now, and Finn Balor going to work with some shots. Rights, lefts, kicks. Man, has he opened up on him. Oh, man, what a move right there. Brian Kendrick face first into that turnbuckle. Crowd behind Finn Balor early on here. Deep arm drag. Oh, they got the fashion police going on over on Twitch. That ought to put asses in the seats. In the meantime, look at this. Hooking the leg. He goes for the cover. A little bit early in the match, but Brian Kendrick right now better figure a way out of this because he's in bad shape. The Brian Kendrick definitely not looking so great right now. Fans, all roads lead to October 3rd. We will be glory bound. Big drop kick right there by Finn Balor, and Brian Kendrick is in trouble. Clothesline takes him all the way out to the floor. Big move right there by Brian Kendrick, or excuse me, by Finn Balor to take Brian Kendrick out. Dropped him on the apron. Balor, this is a statement match. Finn Balor gonna let everybody know he did not come here to be ignored. He had that where he was. Sunset flip, shoulders are down. Where the hell's the referee? He's got two, and he almost got, look at the reversal. Wow, close one right there, and that's what I'm talking about. Brian Kendrick, even when it looks like it's all over and he's done, he can still surprise you. Balor now throwing some shoulders in the corner. From that top rope, oh, what a move! You've got to be kidding me, and this may be coup de grace time. Well, if it is, it's all over. He waited for him to get up. Missile drop kick, that'll knock the life right out of the lungs. He hooks the leg, and Kendrick out on one. Big elbow right down into the forehead, and he busted him out. He is busted wide open. He split his forehead, and there is a lot of blood. A lot of blood. Double whammy on the knees. Oh, my God. This is it. What's he doing? It's beyond statement at this point. Man, we heard from Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles to kick things off here. There's the cover, and that should be all she wrote. He kicked out again. And the look on the face of Finn Balor says it all, but it's also the same look on the face of a lot of the people here at ringside. How in the hell does Brian Kendrick kick out of that? Oh, here it comes. Coup de grace. It's over. You don't kick out from that one. What an impressive show by Finn Balor here. A one-sided match against some top talent. Brian Kendrick is no slouch in the ring, folks. And he made it look easy. That's the whole thing. He did make it look easy. And for everyone here on the Rise roster, you better be paying attention because Finn Balor just made a statement tonight. As we head towards October 3rd. Will Finn Balor be glory bound? All right, fans, we are back, and we are going to be seeing it. It could be a battle for supremacy, I suppose. The American Nightmare, Cody. Of course, the son of the legendary American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Since leaving the monstrosity that is the WWE, he has found his own way in the world and has gotten more over than he ever did with the Mega Machine behind him. He's only been here for a couple of weeks, but he's made a big statement during that time. It was just 2 weeks ago at SummerSlam that Cody Rhodes showed up at the WWE Summer Spectacular and waylaid, absolutely destroyed Brock Lesnar, the then heavyweight champion. And many people say because of that, it was the next night that Lesnar lost the title to Braun Strowman. Well, he took that belt and he nailed him with it. And it is very possible that he would have been operating at less than 100%. Here comes the face of Rise Wrestling. What is his actual title in all this? I don't know. But yes, he has been the presumed leader of the organization. AJ Styles fight for supremacy right here tonight. We want to share our thoughts, concerns, and our prayers out to all of our fans and friends in the Carolinas and out in Virginia as this big Hurricane Florence starts to barrel down on you guys. Be safe. Take the necessary precautions. The face that runs the place, AJ Styles. This should be a main event anywhere else. They lock him up, and here we go. Back and forth, top wrist lock. Nice back heel trip, takes him down, and Cody, I don't know if he's actually giving props there for that or if he was a little disconcerted, but he took a little too long to get back up. AJ taking advantage with that short DDT. And now Cody, Northern Light suplex, and he caught it. Delivered it with an impact. No pun intended. Big drop kick. Well, the American Nightmare starting to get his feet under him after that opening. Now he's starting to show the confidence that we know he has. AJ Styles reverses out of that one, and now the tables turned again. Oh, what a move right there. Sit outside bomb. And another snapping short DDT. I don't know which one hurts worse. Follows it up with that big knee drop. Fans set. Make sure you mark your calendars. October 3rd. You won't want to miss it. We're going to be glory bound. The biggest event in the history of the Nation Network. Taking us from 2K18 to 19. 19 will represent 15 years of YouTube streaming for the Nation Network. 15-year anniversary, and we are going to kick it off big. It's hard to believe 15 years that's gone by. It doesn't seem like it, but I guess it's right what they say. It's time flies when you're having fun. Big slam right there on the arm by the American Nightmare, who drives the point of the elbow into the head. Maybe he inherited that from his father. And again, down across the back. Hooks the leg. And again, the point of the elbow right between the eyes. This time it's AJ Styles. Oh, the calf crusher, but he was in the ropes. That would have been a big opportunity right there by AJ Styles, but he very uncharacteristically did not know where he was in the ring, or he lost position in the ring, one or the other, but either way. Oh, man, he just tattooed him with that one. Almost. The phenomenal forearm put him down for the count of 2. And that's a move that normally puts everybody else out. Cody over the crossroads. It's not going to happen. And now AJ's got him up. Again, that power bomb is just amazing the way he comes down with it. But the American Nightmare, oh, look at this. Shades of the Dream right there. He is his father's son after all. We are picking up people over on Twitch who are watching the other guys right now. There's a hook in the leg by Cody Rhodes, and he almost got him. Cody not happy with the count. Springboard blockbuster, and now AJ is in trouble. Jawbreaker. Cody rolls out of it. AJ tried to hold him up there, but he couldn't. Cody Rhodes adjusting the weight. Cody's got the size advantage in this one. Might not be a big advantage, but any advantage right now, Cody Rhodes will take. Indeed, Russian leg sweep. Wow, what a move right there. Cody with a standing drop knee. And he has busted open AJ Styles. Another shot to the head, and that's going to really dig into that wound on the head of AJ Styles. I can't tell how bad it is right yet. Well, he's definitely in trouble now. Wait a minute. AJ setting up for that phenomenal forearm. Can he do it? It wasn't the forearm, it was the roll, the senton. Wow, what a spine buster right there. And he follows that up with a stiff kick to the back. I'll tell you, AJ Styles right now, both of these men a little bit frustrated because they know they've given their best and haven't been able to hold their opponent down. So they're both going to be in a situation where they're looking for what else can we do. And now Cody. Backed into the ropes. There's a hook in the leg. 1, 2. That's all he's gonna get. I see Jinder Mahal going head-to-head with Jeff Hardy over on the other team. I got news for you. It isn't going to match this. Now AJ Styles comes down from the top rope, forearm down across the head of the American Nightmare. Neck breaker. AJ thinks he's done enough. He hooks the leg. He gets two. And the look says it all. He's waiting on Cody to get back to his feet. Oh, this could be it. Styles Clash. If he hits, it's over. Cody's been busted open. 2, 3. Well, that's why AJ is the face that runs the place. What a match! Would have had the calf crusher right there, but he couldn't because he got in the ropes. Look at the phenomenal forearm. Wasn't enough. These two men left it all in the ring, no doubt about that. But there is your winner, ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles. No doubt in my mind, on October 3rd, he will be glory bound. Making his way to the ring this time, that is CM Punk. Never at a loss for words. Another one of these guys that decided to get in on the action of Rise. You're right, never at a loss for words, so let's figure out what he's going to say right now. All right, we all just saw a really good match between two guys that I have a lot of respect for. I'm not going to take anything away from that. But what I am going to do is talk about the future. You see, I came here because I want the future of this business to mean something. I want the future of this business to be something that I can be proud of, to say I was part of. And I'm not proud of what's going on over on the other channel. See, on October 3rd, there's going to be this big event that everybody's talking about. Glory Bound. See, I'm going to be part of Glory Bound. I just haven't figured out yet what I want. Or more appropriately, who I want. Now, there are a lot of names in the world that I could think of. But for Glory Bound, it's got to be something special. It's got to be something that hasn't happened before, and it's got to be something that people are going to be talking about years later. Because, see, Glory Bound is going to put Rise over the top. Next week, I'm going to make my announcement and tell everyone who I want to get in the ring with. But make no mistake about it, on October 3rd, CM Punk will be Glory Bound.
CM Punk, Glory Bound, will know his opponent next week. All right, the other guys are dusting off the dinosaurs. Triple H, of all people, is in the ring. Over here, we're bringing you the top talent, not from the year 2000. We're in 2018, going to 19.
Well, as we take a look right now at Bray Wyatt coming down the aisle with that ominous entrance. The Wyatt family joining him here in Rise, and they have promised that they are going to run and take this thing over.
Well, you mentioned that the Wyatt family has joined him here. Not everybody has yet. He has been calling for over a month for the return of Braun Strowman. Last time out here, he got on the mic and said, "Braun, it is time to come home and bring the heart of the beast with you." Referring, of course, to the fact that Braun is now the heavyweight champion over there. Can you imagine on October 3rd if Braun Strowman defects and comes over to Rise as their champion? What would that do?
Well, Strowman is, or I beg your pardon, Bray Wyatt has talked about the forces holding him back, and while some people may think it was mythical forces that he refers to, I would say that they're a lot more human in nature. We hear about the contractual concerns of the guys and girls here in the locker room, yet they still come out here and they perform, and they're staying with Rise, and they're going to fight it all the way to the end.
All right, here comes his opponent. Hideo Itami.
Well, Hideo Itami, one of those guys again, was promised the world, signed a contract, had some bad luck with injuries early on, but then never really got the breaks that he was promised. He comes here to Rise, and those opportunities are here for him.
Indeed they are. As they say, the cream will rise to the top, and this guy is definitely one of the top contenders for the Openweight Championship. Maybe not the heavyweight title. He's definitely wrestling outside his weight class here tonight. Bray Wyatt now from behind. Look at this. entrance be damned. And Bray Wyatt going to work. Hideo Itami trying with those kicks to equalize. But Bray Wyatt is such a beast.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt caught him from behind, took advantage of the fact that Hideo turned his back on him, which is not a good idea with any member of the Wyatt family, but now he's got an answer for it.
At least for the moment he does. Hurricane Rana, and now Bray Wyatt struggling just a little bit. Clothesline as the action falls outside the ring. Wyatt's got him up. Oh my God! Shoulders into the rail, unprotected. Bray Wyatt, this refugee from the Bayou. Cross body press. He caught him with that one. Nice suplex. And Hideo Itami able to kick out.
Well, Hideo Itami right now is taking a lot of punishment by a much bigger man, and you can only do that when you're in that smaller weight class for so long.
Well, whatever he's got going, he got it going right, because now Bray Wyatt is out on the floor. Hideo comes out, not too smart though. You hear the crowd, Bray is going to kill you, and given half a chance, I think he would. Got him in the half crab here on the floor, but you're not going to get a pin or a submission on the floor. And now Bray Wyatt hits those ropes. Senton splash. Bray feels like he's got this one. Another body block by Bray Wyatt.
I'm the eater of worlds.
Oh, he caught him with it, Sister Abigail. 1, 2, 3. Well, just like that, Bray Wyatt puts the nail in the coffin.
Well, I'll tell you right there, that power slam is devastating right here, but look at this, off the ropes, over 265 pounds coming down, and there it is, Sister Abigail, and you just don't get up much from that.
I'll say, there is your winner. Well, wait a minute. Wyatt not done yet. Well, we mentioned earlier about guys that are making statements, and I believe he's going to make one right now. Bray Wyatt goes outside the ring for a chair. He hits the rope, senton splash. Hideo Itami's in bad shape. Sister Abigail again, he might have caught that chair. We'll be back with more right after this. All right, we are back. And now joining us is the Rise Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns. Mixed reaction, to say the least.
Well, say what you want about how he did it, and he is the Rise Heavyweight Champion.
Now, I know some of you don't like me, and honestly, I just don't care. I'm not here to talk to you. I'm not even here to talk to guys that are in the locker room right now. I'm here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to talk to the guys on the other network. Most specifically, you, Vince. You see, sending Triple H over here, sending Kevin Owen over here to attack us, that doesn't go without a receipt. And I'm not a patient man. So October 3rd is a little too far away from me. So what I suggest is this, we're not gonna put security around our building. We don't need to. We're not like you guys. We have an open door policy, and our door next week will be open. And I'm inviting you and any boys you want to bring to come over here and get in the ring with the Roman Empire. But it won't matter who you bring, and I want you to remember that, because guess what? In case you haven't figured it out yet, blood is thicker than water. Blood's thicker than water. Roman Reigns, open invitation. Well, we heard from the leader of the Roman Empire. Now, for as much credit as AJ Styles gets for being the man in charge of Rise, Roman Reigns is the heavyweight champion of the world. And he, along with his relatives right here, Jimmy and Jey Uso, have formed the Roman Empire. And in 1 week's time, will somebody from the WWE Raw roster accept that open door challenge? Will they step out here and take on the Roman Empire? I don't know if they got the guts, because right now, over on their show, they've got security all around the building so that we can't do anything bad to them. What they don't get is the bad thing that's going to happen to them is right here in the ratings. Jimmy and Jey Uso ready to go. Members of the club. Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows. These guys really did it up while they were in Japan, brought it back here to the U.S. The main roster had a good use for them for maybe 8 months, and then back down to the mid-card level. Right now, all you got to do is ask them, and they will tell you. Along with AJ Styles, they feel they are the power in charge around here.
Well, the funny thing is, AJ Styles, you don't see him going after Roman Reigns right now, do you? You see him on side quests with people like Cody Rhodes. Meantime, his boys are over here. They're still keeping their eye on the prize with the Usos.
Not only that, but also the American Alpha, and have had a great run with those tag team titles since. Jimmy with the side headlock now, cranking it up. Nice back and forth between these two guys. They can wrestle. Let's not, make any mistake about it.
Very slowly getting back to his feet now.
Jey Uso with that sharp DDT. Has him up on the shoulders now. There it is. Trademark Samoan drop. Made famous by Appa and Sika. Again, the bloodline of the Roman Empire goes back decades in this business. From Peter Maivia to Appa and Sika. Rikishi. A guy named Dwayne Johnson, you may have heard of him. They all come from the same gene pool. And as Roman said, blood is thicker than water. I can tell you from being around these guys for so much time, there is a definite belief. The Samoan, oh wow, he ran right into that one. I was starting to say the Samoan culture puts a lot of value on family, on loyalty. And this blood is thicker than water thing isn't just a catchphrase, it's real.
Well, Jimmy Uso finally getting out of that corner. I don't know what he was thinking going over there by Carl Anderson, but that backfired on him, and now Luke Gallows having his way with him.
Uso's got him up, ties him into the corner, tree of woe. And he scales to the top. What's he going to do here? Oh! You talk about a lung blower.
Yeah, that's got to hurt. That's got to hurt bad.
Jimmy wants him up. And now he's playing to these fans here ringside. I don't know if that's a smart move.
I do, and it's not. Not at all. Not against this team.
Fans, we are going head-to-head, first time in history. One YouTube channel is going against itself live. The Nation Network is divided right now between Twitch and YouTube. Super kick. We invite you to stick around after the stream for a very special ringside report. On this history-making night. And now Jay with another family heirloom, that big Samoan headbutt. Carl Anderson now better figure something out. Butterfly suplex, nice move by Anderson to get out of it though.
Very unique move right there. I've not seen that before.
Drives the knee deep into the chest, the pectoral. And now Anderson, what started out as a wrestling match, is going where we thought it would. Fists, elbows, kicks. It is turning into a street fight. Anderson now is in the wrong part of town. There's the tag mate. Here comes the double team. Oh, wait a minute. This could be all she wrote. Another family heirloom. One of the names we didn't mention, Superfly Jimmy Snuka. The hip attack caught him. Gallows out on the floor. Anderson's in all kinds of trouble. To say the least, these two teams don't like each other very much.
Do you think?
They're going to do it again. That's it. No way out. 1, 2, and 3. The Usos, representing the Roman Empire, victorious tonight over the club. Not a great night for the club.
I don't know about that. AJ won his match.
I was referring to this match in particular, but all right. Although I don't think 50-50 was what they were shooting for. Oh, there they are, as cocky and brash and arrogant as ever. Jimmy and Jay, ladies and gentlemen, the Usos. We'll be back with more. Stay with us right here. All right, fans, we are back. This is our main event of the evening. First to make her way down the aisle, she is the Irish last kicker herself, Becky Lynch.
Well, Becky Lynch really wants to get that Rise Women's Championship belt back around her waist, and she is going to do whatever it takes to get there.
Well, we know that for sure. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention what's going on the other channel right now. Their world champion, Braun Strowman, defending the title. against Apollo Crews. That's right, Apollo Crews, who was a member of the Rise roster, gave in to the pressure and apparently was promised a title match if he left Rise and went back to Raw. What does that mean for Titus O'Neil? I don't know. Haven't seen him here tonight. This is the concern right now. The pressure financially, legally on the roster right now. And they think over there, the other network, that if they can start drawing one at a time over there, that the numbers game will take over and that we're going to buckle. It ain't happening. So while Apollo Crews goes over there and gets his ass royally kicked by Braun Strowman, we're going to keep bringing you the best damn wrestling anywhere in the world right here. Little Miss Bliss. Will these two ladies be glory bound on October 3rd? Bell sounds action underway, and right out the bat, Alexa Bliss waits in no time, going with that cross-knee backbreaker on Becky Lynch. Oh, wait a minute, she's going up. No way. Wow, senton off the top. I thought she might be going for that sparkle moonsault of hers. And look at this. Belly to back suplex. Becky Lynch right now not doing so well. Better figure out something here quick. Bliss goes for the cover. Still too early, though. Alexa Bliss wants her to get up. Face first into the canvas she goes. From the top rope and down.
I'll tell you, both of these ladies know what's at stake because they both want that opportunity. They both want the Rise Women's Championship. And they know they've got to win a match like this. They've given a feature spot on one of our key programs. The evolution of the women's wrestling. And there is the disarmer, but she's in the ropes with it. Alexa Bliss knows how lucky she was. I don't think there's a better finisher in the business today than the disarmer, because I got news. When that's on, it's done. It is tap or snap, and that's it. Yeah, very limited options once you're in there. Any direction you try to move is going to cause more pain, put more torque on it.
Little Miss Bliss again. Oh, now she's mocking her. open hand slap to the face, and the last kicker is on the ropes.
Becky Lynch right now is in trouble, and she better figure out an answer quickly because this match is almost over.
I don't like the look of things here. Oh, there it is. She stole the move from her. She stole the disarmer, and Becky Lynch is in it. You've got to be kidding me. What just happened? What? Oh, you're kidding me. Goes for the... I beg your pardon, fans. I just got something in on my headset. Apparently, something might have happened on the other network. We're going to work getting the video for you. And we will have it for you when we go off the air here with this stream and go into the ringside report. Small package rolls up, shoulders are on the canvas. And only a 2 count. These ladies are really doing a number. The momentum has gone back and forth, but right now, the last kicker has it behind her. There's the disarmer. She took her down with it. And there it is. Somehow Bliss got out.
I have no idea how she was able to do that.
Hangs her across the top rope. Hooks the leg. Will that be enough?
Well, it would have been enough for almost everybody else.
Another slap to the face. And what is she going to do here? Back heel trip. Sending the head bouncing off the canvas. Oh, wait up. Alexa Bliss has something in mind. Oh, wow. The DDT almost put her out. It maybe did.
Alexa Bliss thinks she's got her. She hooks the leg, and that could be all she wrote.
Oh, barely gets that shoulder up. Alexa thought it was over. She can't believe it. Monkey flip takes her out to the middle of the ring. Welcome those of you joining us that were watching Twitch and the other guys. This is where we actually put on top-notch talent. Not the legends of yesteryear, and try and package it as today's. Reverse chinlock now cinched deep. Alexa Bliss trying to wear Becky Lynch down. The look on the face of Bliss says it all. She couldn't believe she was standing up from it. Backplex, there it is! And she's not even trying to pin her.
That's a mistake right there because that Backplex really took a lot out of her.
Single arm butterfly suplex, nicely done. Alexa Bliss is in trouble. I don't think she knows what's waiting for her, but there it is, middle of the ring. There's no ropes in this one. She's got it, and she is cranking back on it. It's over.
Well, We talked about it. That is a move where there really is no escape. If you're not near the ropes.
Well, she was nowhere near the ropes. We're going to take a look back on some of the moments of this one. Look at that Beck flex right there. The dueling knee smashes. Another Beck flex here. I don't know if we're going to get a look at that disarmer, but I'll tell you right now, that arm bending in an unnatural position. Thank you so much for joining us. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen, because we are not done yet. We've got the Ringside Report. Stay with us.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Ringside Report. Vince McSham with you, and wow. It was a couple weeks in the making, but it is now in the books. A first. My channel versus my channel live. So we have to tweak things up a little bit because the Monday schedule thing ain't never going to happen. So it's just going to be head-to-head. But there will be dueling shows on each channel as we had tonight. Both shows had something to offer. Now, for those of you that were loyal to this one and haven't seen what happened over on the other guys, spoiler warning now because we just got the video in. If you don't want to know the outcome, then mute the volume or do what you got to do. But I'm going to tell you their main event, Apollo Crews gave Braun Strowman all the fight he could possibly imagine and came very close to becoming their new champion. But at the end of the day, that didn't happen. What did happen was this. There you see Strowman, and all of a sudden appearing, somehow making it through security. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks storming the stage over at Raw. What does that mean? I don't know, but that was huge. So in the meantime, we are back here. Once again, we do want to acknowledge all of our fans and friends that are over in the areas of the Carolinas and Virginia because Florence is going to be a bitch. What they are predicting now is a Category 4, which is a pretty rough storm in itself. And if you're in the coastal areas, you should be out of there. But then they're saying it's going to stall out in the area for a few days possibly, and that's going to be a lot, and I mean a lot of water, and that just causes all kinds of other problems. So, been there, done that. You're in my thoughts, you're in my prayers, and the nation stands with you. Theo, let me tell you, buddy, it was not easy. It's a lot of work, which is why it won't be every week, but it is what it is, and I'm really building up to October 3rd, buddy. Abdel, man, I understand, man. We all have different time zones, and we just do what we do. You know, this is my comfort zone right now is at this time of day, but then I've been doing some, early AM on Eastern Standard Times, which is usually kind of me wrapping up my day. So I try to mix it up a little bit so that hopefully I do stuff that falls into everyone's time zone where they can watch something live. The Elite! Thank you, Sean. So out of curiosity, did anybody have two screens going? Did anybody have the other one up? I had to do it just so I knew where I was at and made sure everything matched up in sync. I didn't get a chance to. And the funny thing is, we're doing the stream over here, and I've got the alerts on for Twitch set, and I'm picking up followers on Twitch while I'm doing my YouTube stream. But you know what? It'll build both channels. That's a good thing. A first that I know of in the business. I don't know anyone who competed against themselves simultaneously. That's what we're about here at the Nation Network. We're trying and striving to always bring you something new, something different. That's why we have Inside the Creator Studio and shows like that other, channels don't necessarily offer that kind of content. And I want to have more than just 2K wrestling games. Sean had both going. Way to go, buddy. Well, I'll say one thing. The Miz match with Triple H was pretty fucking good. So if y'all didn't watch that, you need to go over to Twitch and watch that one. That match was pretty good. And surprisingly, Braun Strowman against Apollo, which was going to be a crush match, wasn't. Apollo took advantage of that one opportunity he was given for jumping ship. Thank you, Sean, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. I wouldn't be doing it without you guys. That's all there is to it. For the fans that have been here for the ride for 15 years, this will be 15 years once we get 19 up and running. Then you all know that it was a one-time video. That was just a video editing experiment. I just wanted to mess around with the new software I had and had no intention of doing anything more with it. But that video got a lot of people liking it and wanting more, and I'm like, all right, I'll do another couple, and then it just kept going from there. And here we are 15 years later. What can I tell you? Indeed, Apollo making the bet. You know what the old saying is, strike while the iron's hot. Now, we still don't know what happened with Titus. Is Titus gone? Is Titus still loyal to Rise? All we do know tonight, if we learn nothing else, blood is thicker than water. And that's that. There was something else I was watching in wrestling recently. What the hell was it? Another one of those slap in the faces kind of thing where it's like you're killing wrestling when you do this stuff. It was kind of up there with Izzy, the 11-year-old girl, winning a independent championship off an adult male. And it may have been something that happened a while back and I just hadn't thought about it. I can't think what it is now. I was going to mention it, but now I can't. But it just seems like that every chance somebody gets on a televised event, on an event that people are going to see, that they can't help but take advantage of the opportunity to just make something stupid happen that could never be realistic. Oh, I know what it was. Yeah. So there's a leaked list that got out. Looks pretty legit. And it's the lineup list for Evolution. For the ladies' pay-per-view up in New York, October 28th. Very impressive lineup. I'll just start with that. It looks awesome. It's going to be a full night of great stuff. The main event, one of the main events, but probably the one that they're going to go home with, is Ronda Rousey defending the title against Nikki Bella. Here's your problem. You got Ronda Rousey now as your world champion, justifiably. How in the world could you make Nikki or Brie go in the ring with her and last more than a minute? You lose all credibility. They would have zero chance. You'd have been better off going with like a Dana Brooke, who's not necessarily a great wrestler, but I mean, she's a good wrestler. I'm just saying she's got that muscular build that at least you'd think she could fight and hold off for a while and come up with some stuff. But you go with the Barbie twins. And they're great wrestlers. I'll not take that away from them. But they have zero MMA life and knowledge. And it's completely... Sonya Deville would have been a better opportunity. Really, Shayna Baszler's the best, and that can happen down the line, but right now they want them as friends, I'm pretty sure, because I still think they're going to be doing some 4 horsewomen angle. I don't know why they're dragging it out so long. But yeah, when I saw that match, all I was thinking about was, David Arquette being the champion. I was thinking about Izzy winning a title at 11 years old off an adult man. All the things that just don't work. It just doesn't work. Kenny Omega with the little 11-year-old girl over in Japan. Now, you take that little girl who's probably about, I don't know, maybe 13 now, and put her up against Izzy. Now you got a match. So, anyway, yeah, that was just something on my mind. And If anyone hasn't seen that match card, let me see if I still have it. It was really impressive. I've got to be honest. I was reading that thing going, shit, I would pay for that. And it will be better than All In. Because there won't be a bunch of inflatable fucking penises. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? I've got a couple things up on the Twitter account you might want to check out. I can't tell if it's an act or not, man. It's like a couple of roommates. One of they're a young kid, but he's a little bit on the heavy side. And his roommate is like really messing with him being fat and all that, and eating McDonald's and shit. And he throws water in his face, and the guy goes fucking nuts. So the other roommate comes down the stairs and tries to break it up and all that. Gets his ass choke slammed, and it looked halfway like it wasn't staged. I'm not sure. I'm guessing it was staged, but it was done well enough where there's an element of doubt in my mind. All right, here we go. I got it. Blow it up so I can read it. So here's the current match card. If this is accurate, it looks really legit. I've seen WWE lineup lists before, and this is exactly the way it would look. So whoever faked it, if it's a fake, did a great job doing their homework. So first match, we're going to go from order from 1 to 14. So we got Rhea Ripley versus Ginny versus Killer Kelly versus Dakota Kai for the NXT UK Women's Championship. There's a special announcement segment. Carmella Talk Show with the Ladies of Glow. I like the fact that the WWE, with this Women's Revolution, is giving credit to Glow. I think that's cool. And surprising. I never thought they would. I didn't think they would want their product to be in any way compared to that. Fourth, we move on. We got the Riot Squad against Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Ivory. Oh, there you go, Ivory. I got you. The glow turn in. There you go. Mae Young Classic 2018 final. Toni Storm versus Io Shirai. Oh, damn. Is she in that tournament? I haven't seen her yet. I've heard about her, man. She's supposed to be badass. Oh, actually, no. I've watched some of her stuff on YouTube. That's why I know her. And she is badass. I just hadn't seen her in the Classic yet, so I guess I'll have to check out the next episode. And still haven't heard any word on whether or not they're going to be showing the match where Tegan Nox had her leg broken. I mean, look, if you're going to honor Glow, when Susie Spirit blew out her shoulder, man, the elbow, if you hadn't seen that video, that's like Joe Theismann gruesome. But, man, they milked that freaking video from every angle possible for weeks. All right, let's see. After the Classic, we have a 20-woman Battle Royal. Winner faces Kairi Sane for the NXT Women's Championship. I like it. Asuka versus Ember Moon. That's a good return match. Naomi versus Melina. Oh, God, not Melina. I never liked her. Mickie James versus Lita. I hope Lita's in better shape this time. Last time she got in the ring, man, she damn near killed herself a few times. Kairi Sane versus the winner of the Battle Royal will be 10th. Alexa Bliss will take on Trish Stratus. Yes. My two favorite blondes. And if we could just throw some pillows in there. I'm just kidding. Alicia Fox and Kelly Kelly versus the Iconics, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay versus, and wait, there's more, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus Beth Phoenix and Natalya for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. How about that? At the 13th spot, Becky Lynch goes up against Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's title. I'm just going to go on a limb and say Becky wins, okay? And then Nikki Bella against Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. One of these things is not like the other. You had Sonya Deville on the card. That should have been Ronda's opponent because she's going to lose just like Nikki is, but she's MMA trained. It works. You can make that work. And they're getting more MMA-style female wrestlers. And that's not to say that it'll never go to a professional wrestler, but you have to have time, unless they're going to do a really good build-up between now and October, where Nikki is getting MMA training somewhere. That could help sell it. It's not that she's not a great wrestler. She is. But right now, I mean, look, if you dropped it in front of them and said, hey, one of you has to win this fight right now, a regular fight, ain't no rules, ain't no referees, not rehearsed shit, fight, then it's over in about 6 seconds. So to try and make it seem like she's got a chance in hell against Ronda Rousey, it just doesn't work. Unless, again, if they're going to come up with a video package of her doing MMA training, that'll help. Hopefully they're going to think along those lines. Oh, yeah, Theo, man, I know why they're doing it. I get it. Nikki's over. You know, she's popular. Yeah, she's a product. She's a brand. Yeah, Sean, I'm telling you, it looks real. If you want to see the actual thing, it's on my Twitter account. So go ahead, at Invasion Nation, buddy. And go look at it for yourself. But I've seen WWE lineups before, and that's what it looks like. Yeah, Bliss and Trish, my God. That's going to be spectacular. And Trish has stayed in great shape, though. I mean, that girl, for somebody in, I don't know how old she is now, I'm going to guess mid-40s, give or take. Early 40s. Still hot as shit. Yeah, well, Alicia's on her way out, and Kelly's there for a cup of coffee, so I guess that kind of works that way. It's safe to say they're not going to be the women's tag team champions. All right, so nothing happened with the roster, and I didn't cover that yet, but I'm glad you brought it up, Dan. So, first off, don't freak out, because this is normal bullshit. There's always a whole bunch of names that drop after all the roster reveal shows are done. So this is not the final roster by any stretch of the imagination. You should be a lot more concerned about the fact that they haven't told you a fucking thing about the game yet. Nothing about the game. No new match modes. They have not told you how many created wrestler slots. They've told nothing about the game. And we're less than a month away from launch. Just saying. So that's where my concerns lie. RVD, I feel pretty confident he'll be in the game, although he's always a hit and miss because he'll be gone for a couple years and then they'll throw him back in there again. But if they do what I suspect they almost have to do, which is come up with the largest roster in the history of WWE games, because it's hard not to have that as your sales pitch when it was last year's, then I would imagine, because they also haven't mentioned the Freebirds. They also hadn't mentioned Jimmy Garvin and a bunch of other names I believe are out there that there was no actual mention of. I still think Hogan's going to be in the game because they had that little thing you all might have caught a few weeks back where Hogan, Nash, and Hall said, they did a cheesy, and kind of like they did it themselves. It wasn't a big, well-produced thing, but a little NWO, we're back. Now, maybe they were just going to do an autograph signing at a MegaCon or something, and I missed it. I don't know. But it seemed kind of like when Mike Tyson said, I'm getting back in the ring, and next thing you know, it was because he was part of WWE. So I got a funny feeling that the NWO will be in the game, but we'll see. No, Kendrick will be in the game. Nikki Cross is definitely going to be in the game. Don't lose your mind yet, okay? And go to the website if you haven't already, because there's a lot of names there that aren't even mentioned in the roster reveals. And quite honestly, these roster reveal shows suck. This whole Lana and Rusev and whoever the guests are. And, oh, I'm just so over her. I've never cared for her. I'm sorry, man. I've never cared for her. She gets on my last good nerve. I don't know if I could say that Trish looks better than she did in her prime, because in her prime, man, damn. That's all I could say. Ron Simmons said it best. Damn. Doing good, John. How you doing, buddy? They can't do a carbon copy. They can't. There's no way. Good to know, man. Good to know. Yeah, no, they can't do a carbon copy. They will have zero Christmas sales. They have to have some element. First off, we've already seen video quality, and the video's better. The models look better, the detail, the lighting, all that kind of stuff, and it should get better every year. That's the whole idea, and having another year to work on the next title. Well, they're only DLC because they're part of the Woo package, and Flair is the feature guy this year. So that's not uncommon. They've done that in the past with other guys that got featured. And I don't even have a problem with that as long as they're available in the game. But again, they have to do some stuff here. Like, for example, the big question is, do they bring back special guest referee? I think yes. I think they have to. Again, these are the small things they can throw in there that make a big difference. I've given up on any idea of having to create a story mode. I just doubt that's going to happen as easy as it would be for them to do with it, because they have the cutscenes already there. I don't think they have the intuition. But they also made a big point of saying that they've thrown a lot of money into this title now, and that they're going to treat it with more respect like they do the 2K franchise for NBA, for example. And I guarantee you that was Vince saying, hey, we're not feeling the love right now because THQ each year brought us new stuff and made the game a new experience. Now, granted, it sucked half the time with all the glitches and shit that were wrong with it, but they did up it all the time. So I think, personally, yeah, I think we're going to see probably a guest referee added. And I would be amazed if they don't bring the mixed tag team back. Because, again, you had that. And they had it where you can't have guys against girls. So they had that. Which, by the way, they do have guys against girls in the real WWE. Well, I guess Ellsworth is a guy, sort of. Yeah, I just saw that video today. If y'all haven't checked that out yet, go over like Smack Talks. He's got video usually. They showed Ric Flair in his street clothes, his suit attire during one of the cutscenes or whatever. And it's that classic 70s, 80s Ric Flair, rather, where he's got like the checker print suit. And I mean, it just looked amazing. One of the other things I would really like them to start doing is during the promo cuts, have one, for tag teams. They don't have a tag team promo with two teams in the ring together. So that would be nice to add. And also a champions promo. So the guy either comes out wearing a belt to answer or is in the ring cutting the promo with the belt, maybe over his shoulder or something like that. Or her shoulder. Or even tucked under the arm, folded up. You know, something that has a belt physically present. So that if it does break down into a brawl, all of a sudden one of them can pick up the belt and use it. These are not big things, is what I'm saying. This is small little tweaks they could make and have it a much better gaming experience. But they don't ask me for my opinion, so. For those of you just joining us, we made history tonight. The first time I ever went head-to-head against myself. We had one show airing live over on Twitch, one show right here on YouTube. We had Raw versus Rise in the head-to-head battle. If anyone has not checked out the Twitch channel, go over to twitch.tv/Vince McSham. In the meantime, we've got a lot of stuff coming up between now and October 3rd. I'm going to be doing a lot more streaming over the next several weeks because I got to plug up some holes in stories and get it up to speed. And I'm already booking October 3rd. I assure you guys, for those of you who've been around for the long ride, you've never seen anything on this channel that's going to come close to what October 3rd is going to bring. And it's going to start probably at midnight. I'll have a firm start time in another week or two, but I'm going to say it's going to probably start on the 3rd at midnight, so like as soon as it becomes the 3rd. And I'm guessing it's going to be probably a 5-hour stream, give or take. Could be somewhere in that ballpark. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. Everyone's going to like it. Everyone's going to watch it. It's going to be the highest rated show in the history of YouTube. And it will be split between YouTube and Twitch. So, join Twitch, or you will miss a big part. But yeah, so we'll be doing a lot more of 2K18 on its way out the door to 2K19. Friggin' tongue loose, man. He's been putting out some really good stuff in the last couple weeks here. It's like, I want to have more than 3 weeks to mess with this stuff, and I don't have more than 3 weeks. I'm going to be heartbroken saying goodbye to the new rockers. It's like, God, these things are freaking awesome. Janetti and Michaels, they look so good. And I just grabbed a couple other ones that he'd done. He's actually got... There's 4 other ones that I need to get. And in this case, sometimes he does a lot of the work and then gives it to somebody else, and then they finish up with like movesets and stuff. So it won't always be under his name. But we're going to have some surprises, I can tell you that, on October 3rd. Got some curveballs in there. We're going to be honoring our history here on the channel, part of the Nation Network. Yeah, honest to God, I mean, I make stuff. I think it's pretty good. I don't even try to compare mine to his. He's in another world, man. The guy is the best. There's nobody out there making creative wrestling content for the PS4 anyway. I mean, I don't look at Xbox, so what do I know? But for the PS4, nobody touches this guy. He is the golden boy. When I look at his creations, like when most of us get a face scan that we can use and things like that, it tends to have maybe a little bit of a shadow, or the lines near the mouth area tend to be a little bit too dark, things like that. He's got his technique down, and if you didn't watch behind the, or inside the creator studio that I've got up there, he was the first one. And he gets a lot of his face scans by just taking a shot off of the TV screen, so to speak. I'm sure he uses like a laptop or something else, but he'll be watching something on the network where they're doing a promo, and he'll just get the right frame and take a snapshot of that and then edit it all up. But he smooths it out so nicely that a lot of his stuff, when I look at it, it reminds me of the old LJN toys that they first came out with like Hulk Hogan and the Iron Sheik, those rubber dolls. It kind of reminds me of that. It almost has that little rubbery gloss effect to it. It's almost like a Toys to Life game at that point. Piper looked really good for 19. Piper looks solid. Yeah, Terry Funk was one of his. Now, I guess he only has a limited number of slots that he's got open. And that's the thing about what we do. For those of us creating old school content, it's a much smaller audience that's there to download it, and it takes us longer to open up. And they only give you friggin' like, what? Is it 16? I think is maximum that you can upload, like keep up on your account where people can download your work. Used to be as many as you wanted to make. But then again, you could also download whatever you wanted to back with THQ, where now it's 20 a day, which still works fine for me. I've never gone over 20, but it shouldn't be an issue. So, yeah, he may not actually have it up right now, Sean. So if you are, or was that Sean or was Dan? Dan, sorry, Dan. Hopefully you're a member of the Humanoid Nation, the community on PS4. And if you are, he's a member there. All you have to do is ask him if he'll post it back up, and he'll take something down and put that back up for you. But that's his Terry Funk. And again, I had the only Terry Funk up there for the longest time. Nobody was making Terry Funk, only I did. And then there were a couple other ones, but they really weren't as good as mine. And then his came out. And I was like, well, done with mine. I threw mine away and I took his because his stuff is just that good. I'm not going to, you know, I don't have a glass ego where I got to not be able to say that somebody does something better than I do. And I want to bring the very best here on this channel. I want it to be as close to the real thing as we can possibly simulate. Yeah, the last episode of The Rockers, that's his. Now, I've been using those other guys almost a whole damn season. He just put those rockers out. They're up there now, I believe. And you're right, man. Oh, my God. It's like, as soon as I downloaded them, oh, my God, I just want to do like a rocker marathon now. Well, all I'm going to tell you, Shawnee, is this. October 3rd is the future of this channel. And I'm going to leave it at that. And it's funny, it just all kind of came together in the last probably 72 hours because I've been struggling. It's like usually by now I already know what next season's going to be and what I'm going to be doing. And there are some other things that kind of evolve from that or other ideas that pop in during the creative process. But I always have a knowledge of what my number one target's going to be, what I'm going to be really focusing on and driving in. And until 72 hours ago, I had nothing. And I did not want to do the same old, same old. I did not want to do what I've been doing over and over again because it gets old. It gets old for me anyway. So I had to come up with some different aspect of it. And through a bunch of recent events, some different podcasts that I've listened to, both new and old, it kind of came to mind as to the direction that'll keep it fresh while still keeping it old school. And October 3rd, when we are glory bound, I think it'll all make a lot more sense. Yep. That was tongueless Missy Hyatt in the UWF as well. Now, I did the costume. He has two costumes on her, both of which are very legit. The one I personally removed was probably more when she was in the broadcasting part of her career with Bischoff. But it was real. It was like, as soon as you saw the costume, you were like, oh, shit, I remember her wearing that outfit. Wasn't the most flattering one because she had a big overcoat type thing on. But I always remember my first exposure to Missy Hyatt was in the wrestling magazines because I was living up north and I didn't have any Missy Hyatt to watch. And there was this fucking smoking hot blonde with a little white G-string bikini bottom and a red Pro Wrestling Illustrated t-shirt all being pulled down to show that she's got some big old titties. And that image of her has always been my first memory of Missy Hyatt in any way, shape, or form. So then when I finally started getting to see her on WCW, that was a bonus. Unfortunately, the years have not been kind to Missy. God. Nancy Reagan told us to say no to drugs. Well, I think that probably should have included plastic surgery. Just say no. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what. When she was running with Eddie Gilbert in the NWA during the Great American Bash, they did a tour through Orlando. That was pretty sure it was the year that I got backstage, got to meet a lot of the guys. And I've told the story in the past about how the Steiners were real dickheads. And I'm pretty sure that was the year there, too, where they were together and all that. She wasn't at that show for some reason. I have no idea. And we had ringside, man. We were front row. I had a shirt airbrushed with her on it. And I was just like, if I could just touch her or whatever, get a handshake, high five, anything, I was going to be over the fucking moon. But she wasn't there. So then they had the 2 rings set up for the, it wasn't War Games. It would have probably been a Battle Bowl kind of thing, I guess. What else would they do with 2 rings? Definitely was not War Games. I know that. Had to be a Battle Bowl, but I think it was before Battle Bowl. Might have just been a 2-ring Battle Royal event or some shit like that. I don't know. The 2-ring system is not fun when you're sitting there. It's not bad on TV, but it's not fun when you're sitting there. Yeah, I don't know if it's Botox or lifts or a combination of all, but man, she's hard to look at now. Let that be a lesson to all you out there. I mean, a little nip and tuck ain't gonna hurt nobody. But when you start Michael Jacksoning things up like that, Matter of fact, I believe at one point in time, Michael Jackson told her, you might want to lay back on that a little bit. I'm just saying, just maybe take it down a notch. You know you got problems when Michael Jackson's telling you you're getting too much plastic surgery.
Are you ready?
Yeah, the boner, you got to go with that PWI photograph of her, man. Between those eyes, the hair, that fucking body. It's got to be tough, though. Think about it. I mean, for those of us that are not girls, they, throughout their 20s, maybe even into their 30s, if they keep themselves together and they're in good shape, they can get anything in the world they want, man. There's always a guy willing to buy them a house, Then all of a sudden the day comes where it's like, man, bitch, buy your own car. And that's got to be a reality check, I guess. It's easier for guys because we're never really in that position too often. If we have that level of good looks, then we're already in Hollywood making money. I guess there are some boy toys, though. All right. What we got here? Botox and a lot of drugs. Yes. And a lot of drinking, too. Oh, you got to meet her and all that, huh? How long ago did you get that done, Sean? Was it pre or post Botox? Is it okay if I come down there and I sing to you? Remember when she was doing the arm wrestling thing with Paulie at the Clash of the Champions, and it's like she put her elbow on the table. It's like, move the boobs out. You're never going to get the arm down. They're going to hit the boobs. Oh, man, 80s in Memphis. That was white hot. That was probably before even the STDs kicked in. And I'm not saying firsthand like I know she has any. I'm just saying the only thing Missy Hyatt hasn't gone down on is the Titanic, okay? Her and Madonna. All right, boys and girls, with that, I got to wrap because I got to get some other stuff ready to go, and I might even be doing another stream later on this morning sometime. I'm not sure, but like I said, every day this week I'm going to probably have a little something I got to get going on. Fire Pro, probably going to be taking a break from that. I might throw like a 40-minute session in here and there, just do a match or two. But, really dedicating much time to it right now is just not going to be a thing. But it was a fun excursion for a few weeks, wasn't it? The 80s cocktail? Are you talking about the movie? Because that was actually a decent movie. Doesn't get recognized as such, but I thought it was a decent movie. All right, everybody, I'm going to cut out. This is old school, and I will see you guys real soon. Vince McSham saying, so long, everybody, from ringside. We'll be back in the near future with more from the Nation Network.